Solo.
Yeah, I don't have no technical director. Randy said he's going to tune in.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt it.
It's hard to tell what he'll ask.
Oh, it's Randy, so.
It's got 2 minutes left, so.
Sounds good. We gotta throw these headphones on.
You don't have to. I just wear it so I can hear how loud your voice is
I got you.
on the radio.
If I was wearing them, I'd probably be yelling at you.
No, it's funny when you got them on, you can't really hear. You just hear what's coming through the mic. And then sometimes you're like, whoa.
and it's just a matter of time till we get on the air. That was a redo. I didn't know they remade that song. I knew I recognized the lyrics, but I think it was a country song here, a few years ago. I got something going on here. Let me turn. There we go. Got the computer off now. Had our volume turned up from watching Flo. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We got a good show tonight. Beautiful weather outside. This is fat boy weather here. We don't have to worry about sweating, and you can always, you skinny people can always put a coat on. We can't take clothes off, so I don't feel sorry for you right now. I got a hoodie in the truck if you need it. But we got a few announcements here before we get to our guest. As always, we want to thank Todd Ward of TA Ward Construction. Todd had a wonderful weekend this weekend at the Payette Valley Speedway and other tracks. First off, he has TA Ward Construction, over 40 years of experience, local veteran, fully insured. For all your home improvement needs, call Todd at 717-331-4974. And as always, there's 3 ways to watch and or listen. The On Track with Mike Facebook page, the radio station here, WRGG 93.7 FM, or go to WRGG.org and hit the Listen Live button, and that will send you right into the radio there. But getting back to Todd Ward, he sponsors quite a few race teams, and one of his teams here is Heath Walton, and I believe he's 13 years old. I hope that I got the right information. But he won Thursday night at McGrebid Motorplex. He won the Wing 600 feature, finished 5th in the wingless, and then he turned around and picked up the win at Payette Valley Speedway on Saturday night. And to top that off, in the TA Ward 270s, he had Jason Houts win the race and Stephanie Welk run second, so he had a 1-2 finish there. So I'm sure Todd was really happy. And then here, coming up on the 24th, they're going to have the Bull Ring Nationals, where he's putting up extra money to the TA Ward 270s. They're going to be racing for $1,000 to win again for the Bull Ring Nationals. So I'm sure everybody appreciates Todd for doing that. There's some photos on his page and the On Track with Mike page of a roof that he did this week. He did a metal roof, and that's pretty cool. Always beautiful work. We want to thank Todd for sponsoring the show and race teams and racetracks. He's one of the biggest, I'd say he's probably one of the biggest multiple sponsors in the area as far as the amount of teams that he covers. And I know you all probably get tired of me saying this, but we're the big billboards that we've seen for years at the Speedway that had these people's names and dealerships and roofing companies and painting companies and all. I mean, they're starting to go to the wayside. These people's passing away, and other people's taking control of the businesses, or maybe they're selling the businesses or whatever, and it just we're losing sponsors, we're losing car owners. And I know it's not a way to start a show out, but that's just the way it goes. Actually, we lost another car owner. I'm sure it's no secret. We lost Hall of Fame sprint car racer Bobby Allen. He was 81 years old, and it's amazing the stuff that man did. I looked into it. I always heard stories, but I never really knew much. They say he was best known for his upset victory, the 1990 Knoxville Nationals, and where he won that. I think he beat Sammy Swindell, beat Sammy Swindell, and that race there kind of put him on the map. But known as Scruffy because he didn't really care about the way things looked. He worried about how they operated. There's stories of him putting motors together in motel rooms and all that stuff that he did, and he was one of the sport's original outlaws. He built his own chassis, assembled his own engines, made most of the setup calls, had limited sources, and estimates indicate that Allen won more than 275 sprint car features, including 30 with the World of Outlaws, 46 with the All-Star Circuit of Champions. 6 of his All-Star victories came en route to the 1980 Series Championship. He never fully retired from driving. He just decided one day to take a different route. Says 1997 at Sharon Speedway. He won the feature, and then he decided to sell everything and build an indoor go-kart track. He said he never actually quit racing, never quit driving. He never retired. He just decided to do something else. He best known, I guess, now for the Shark Racing, where his son Jacob Allen filled the seat that he just stepped away here this year, and his grandson Logan Schuhart, and now I guess Ashton Torgerson is running Jacob Allen's car. Built his first sprint car in 1968, National Sprint Car Hall of Famer in 1998, and Eastern Motorsports Press Association Hall of Famer in 2006. So thoughts and prayers to the Bobby Allen family. He was one of the big supermen, so to speak, of the sprint car world in this area. He's one of our idols that everybody looked up to. So thoughts and prayers to him and his family. I think I got everything. Oh, McKean County Raceway. I don't know how many people seen that. Kurt and Bonnie Stebbins. I know I'm probably not pronouncing that right. They have decided not to return as promoters. So McKean County Raceway is either going to have to find new promoters, or they're going to be shut down next year. I believe it's a fair board there, I believe. And apparently the Kurt Bonnie has promoted it for a few years now. And they just decided to go a different route, I guess. So I think we're all caught up, except for maybe some schedules, some stuff coming up. Had a couple big races over the weekend. The big Pittsburgher. Had some local guys up there, Cal Hardy, and the Brandon boy was up there, and they're running the crates. And that's like the best of the best up there, and they didn't do too bad. But we got crate late model driver Branson Woodward in the studio tonight. He's sit over here patiently and hasn't said a word, and me over here blabbering the whole time. So hey Branson, how's it going?
Good, man. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Thanks for coming up. I know it's probably quite a little drive for you.
Yeah, it's about 40 minutes or so for me. So
yeah, that's about what it is for me going to the Speedway. I didn't know where you lived according to the Speedway.
I live about 5 miles from not even 5 miles, probably like 5
really?
minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes from the racetrack.
Yeah, it's about 45 minutes for us to get there, and I know a lot of people don't live right next to the Speedway, so some people got to drive, a lot further. But
oh yeah,
thanks for taking time out of your schedule to stop up here and talk to us. I hate to start things out the way I always do, but that's just the only way I know how to do it. But we're going to go back to the beginning. Now, I know your father, and I know he's been around the track as long as I can remember. And so I'm not sure how old you are, but I kind of like to let everybody kind of hear what your first, since you was around a racing family, what is some of your first thoughts? I mean, some of your first memories as far as, like, when you was old enough to realize that there was race cars around the house, around the family.
Yeah, my dad's been racing, or he's been helping guys ever since I was a kid. As much as I can remember, I just remember being out in like Tommy Arnold's shop a lot, because that's who Dad helped when I could remember. And then it kind of transferred over to Trevor. But Yeah, when I was younger, I just remember going to the races and always cheering for a 15 car, for the most part. And I just knew when I grew up, I'd one day maybe like to even be lucky enough to sit behind the seat of one. So.
Did your dad ever drive anything? I don't remember driving anything. Did he ever try?
No, my mom's always got a story about it though. He did get behind the wheel of one, I guess.
We're not allowed to talk to your mother. She told us. She told us we're not even allowed to look that direction.
But yeah, she used to always tell me this one story all the time. It made me laugh a lot. He got behind the wheel of one and went as slow as a turtle. She says.
It's not for everyone.
Yeah, that's for sure. I learned that pretty quick.
Especially when you're in somebody else's stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know, if you're friends with somebody or you help somebody and they give you an opportunity. That was my first laps around Winchester. A guy I was helping said, "Hey, one night after races, won't you ask?" It was Doug Timmons back then, if you could make a couple laps. And I was like, "Well, that sounds cool, So I put his suit on and everything and I probably did the same thing. Went around and felt like he was flying, but the only thing in your mind was, do not wreck this guy's car.
Yeah.
Because he's going to need to run it next weekend. So, I mean, it's not easy when you're jumping into somebody else's stuff. But now, you started out in go-karts?
I actually started out in U-cars.
U-cars, okay.
Yeah. I did dabble into go-karts like a couple years ago just for fun because I thought it would be fun. But I actually started out in fully racing. I started out in U-cars, but the first time I really ever drove anything was I drove for my granddad, obviously. I drove his pure stock at Hagerstown. That was my first ever laps.
So you drove the pure stock before you got in the U-car? You just ran at a race or something?
I just ran warm-ups and that was it.
Oh, okay. Jordan Welsh is saying, hey. Tell Branson hi.
Hey, Jordan.
And so you actually got in a U-car first?
Yeah. I don't know. I never even knew how to drive stick or anything. And
is that right?
He hopped me in this old Nissan truck he had that was stick shift, and we went up and down the street like 10 times. He stuck me in that over at Hagerstown in his pure stock, and I drove it for hot laps for like 2-3 weeks, and then he decided I was ready for a race car. So we went and, I don't know if you would call it a U-car race car, but...
Well, that's back when they first...
Yeah.
They first introduced them at Winchester, correct?
Yeah.
And they was a new deal to everybody.
Oh yeah.
So how did that go?
It was okay.
It was okay.
Yeah. I don't know. It was okay. It definitely got me into racing, used to running around other people. So I say it helped out in that aspect at least.
I never drove a U-car, but I can imagine that there's nothing you can probably learn from a U-car that you're going to use in a street stock or a late model because of it being front wheel drive.
Yeah, it's totally like backwards, I would say.
Yeah, well, you ever watch the guys like when they come to Hagerstown, the SCDRA guys? They come in there and some of them look like they're almost going to spin out, and they get in the gas and the front wheels pull them back straight again. And I'm like, you're not going to use that in a pure stock.
That was the first thing I learned driving them U-cars was if you ever get in trouble, just hit the gas.
It was amazing. It's funny to watch because they look like they're going around.
Oh yeah.
And you're talking about your grandfather, Dickie Tharp.
Yes, sir.
Which unfortunately passed away this year, and everybody knows how big of a void that left because Dickie was well known around the pits and well liked by everybody. So yeah, we're sorry to hear about that. That was a big. That was one of the bigger deals in the race community this year. Not that one person's more valuable than the next. It's just Dickie was so well known by everybody as far as helping them out with sponsors and what he did for you as far as helping you get your feet into a race car.
Yeah, he I don't really know one person that probably didn't like him. He was definitely very well liked, and he was a very great guy. I know I love and miss him dearly, and I'm sure there's a lot of other people that do too.
I don't think a guy ever had a bad night at the races.
Oh no, he always had fun. No matter if we finished 21st or first or
yep.
didn't matter you blew up or you broke something. It was always there was something positive at the end of the night.
Wouldn't you love to be that way? You're not that way, are you?
I'm too competitive, so
It's hard to be that way.
it is definitely hard to be that way. But he,
My dad was like that.
yeah,
He had a smile on his face and sitting in the truck when we went home, and it didn't matter if we won or we lost. He was concerned about what restaurant we was stopping at on the way home.
That's kind of how he was. He definitely liked to be upbeat and laughing and smiling the whole time while he was there.
We got Braden Armour on here saying, B. Woodward, what's up?
What's up, Braden?
Glenn Grimm, hi Branson.
How you doing, Glenn?
Jordan Wells misses you.
Miss you too, Jordan.
Keith Walls saying, what's up, guys? Hey, Keith. Josh Williams is saying, B. Wood.
What's up, Josh?
Got a lot of traffic in here. I might have to get his autograph before he leaves. You know, I'm going to start getting photos.
I don't know about that.
And I'll do a wall of fame for the On Track with Mike show.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
That's nice to have friends racing. That's what makes it worthwhile. You know,
Yeah.
that's a lot of people probably would quit if it wasn't for the relationships you have in racing. And you know, there's another one, Sarah Moreland.
Yeah, that's
Says, hey.
that's my old lady.
And well, good thing I got that one right, huh?
Yeah.
And so anyway, he was running U cars. And how long did he run U cars?
We only ran them for like 2 years, and then we decided to move up. We actually bought Mike Bennett's old car, and I ran it for a year. Won Rookie of the Year with it. I think we had like 1 or 2 top fives. Can't really remember, but ran okay with it, I'd say. And then we ended up buying Jeremy Tinsman's old car, and I actually got my first heat race win with that car. Started on the pole a couple times. Never got no wins though. But yeah, and then
That's a tough class, though.
yeah, it is a tough class, especially
Especially
back
when you're
then.
learning.
Especially back then, you had people like Craig, and I think Franklin was getting out of it then. But you still had people like Craig and Tinsman and Crouch, and
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of good guys. I mean, there still is really, but
Yeah, it was a very tough class back then. And how did Dickie act when you won your heat race? Was it like he won the Daytona 500?
pretty much he was definitely jumping up and down, beating all over it, beating all over me. He was definitely very excited.
And that probably made it worthwhile.
Oh, it did. It made everything. It just made everything better. And
Alexis Woodward, we're so proud of you, Branson.
thank you, I appreciate
I
it.
said Alexa, and that Alexa, come on.
Technology.
Yeah. I'm trying to keep up with the comments and the show here. I know I'm multitasking tonight. I apologize for the dead air here, but I'm trying to do both of them. But how many years did you run the street stocks, or I call them pure stock street stocks?
I think it was on the verge of 3 years. Then we finally moved up to the crates.
Did you want to move up, or?
I don't know. We bought Craig's car there that last year, and we got. I feel like we got okay. Like we got decent with it, and I feel like maybe if I stayed in it, you could have won. You never know. It's one of them what ifs. You know what I mean? And the dream is always to move up and drive late models. I mean, who doesn't want to drive a late model? You know what I mean?
That's true. That is true. And yeah, I mean, and the crate division is surely isn't no slouch division. I mean, there's no slouch divisions, but I mean, you was if you thought the pure stock division was tough,
Yeah.
you definitely knew that you wasn't doing yourself no favors by getting into the crate class.
No, it definitely made it 10 times tougher, I'd say. On any given night, I feel like there's at least 10 cars that could probably win, in my opinion.
And especially running at Winchester, whether you do the hot lap qualifying, if you don't have a good warm up lap, you're buried back in the pack, beginning of the night.
Yeah, and especially in these things, qualifying matters. I learned that a lot this year. That I feel like I've been a lot faster than where I may have ran that night, but qualifying just matters. How you set yourself up at the beginning of the night is how it's going to go.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just tough class. I mean, I don't want to, try to pull anybody out that make them more important than the next person. But like, I can't imagine being in the pits and Cal Hardy rolls in. I mean, like almost every time he's in a crate cart at Winchester, he's winning.
Yeah, Kyle's tough, and racing with him, you kind of want to race with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
You learn a lot from him.
Exactly right.
He can definitely wheel. He's really good. The same thing with Devin.
That's another good
He's been
one,
helping me a lot this year, but you can learn a lot from him too. And then, you got people like Davin. He's pretty good. He's young. He's pretty good.
Yeah, he's probably the hot streak this year.
Yep. You got Tyler Hoy. I could just go on, really.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of people that's really good in the crate division down there.
Keith Walls wants to know if I fired Jamie. No, I didn't fire her. She just, Shirley's been helping me a little bit here. They got into that, I guess it's over now, but they got into baseball season. And she always had to go to baseball games and stuff like that. And so now tonight I'm by myself. I'm multitasking. And I'm trying to give Branson 100% attention and the computer 100% attention. And I don't know if I can do that. But I'm trying. So when did you run go-karts? You just do that just for, to just run something
on
a weekend or something?
I ran some in 21. I bought my own go-kart, actually, and I just ran it for fun up at not Hunterstown, but Highview up in West Virginia. It's a local track to me, but I just did it a couple times, had fun, sold it. Then actually last year, I think it was last year, I actually hopped in Carson Southern's go-kart at Hunterstown, first time ever there, and just did it for fun too, pretty much. Something a little different than a late model.
I hear people say them things will beat you up.
They definitely will. There's nothing in there holding you, that's for sure.
No shocks or anything like that.
Oh no.
So you feel everything.
And you're racing in the rubber 100% of the time.
And now was they the ones that do all the tire prep and everything?
Oh yeah.
That's just crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
We had some people in here a couple weeks ago that used to be big into go-kart racing, and they was just telling me how many hours they spent grinding tires and doping tires, and it's amazing that go-kart racing has got that extravagant with the tire game.
Oh yeah, I feel like that's pretty much like their our version of their shock program. You spend so much time into just that to get any type of grip.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it is. And you think we spend a lot of time on tires? They spend probably double, triple even.
How would you feel? I know the crate class you got to run crate tires. Are you allowed to groove and sipe them any or not anymore?
We're just allowed to re-groove, and then we can sipe and cut our 55 any way we want. I know when we go to other places like Natural Bridge and even Potomac or Hagerstown, we can pretty much run whatever, except Natural Bridge is American Racers only. But Winchester is the only deal where we can't cut or sipe any way we want.
How would you feel about not being able to do anything to them?
I don't know.
Just taking them out of the tire truck and mounting them.
I'd really just rather run all 55s, to be honest.
Really?
Save a lot of money that way.
I always just ask people these questions because it's things that I think of to save people time and money. I'm not saying it's the greatest thing in the world because not every track would do it.
Right.
But I just think about how much time you would save by not having to groove and cut tires. Just go to the tire truck and buy them, and I guess you could grind them if you wanted to, but you wouldn't have all this tire work that you have, that everybody has now.
Yeah, as long as I'm doing it and the next guy's doing it too. That's all.
Yeah,
that
everybody's
matters.
allowed to do it. It's just a lot of. I mean, some teams have a guy just to do tires, and I mean, it's crazy. It's I don't know how your race team is, but I mean, it's hard to find help nowadays. I mean,
Yeah, for sure. It definitely is. Most of the time it's usually just me and my dad. Like we have another guy. His name's Dwayne. He helps us every once in a while. But other than that, it's just me and my dad. And then we have help at the track sometimes with my brother and Dwayne. He'll come too. But it definitely is like when it's just me and him. Like I don't know, a couple weeks ago for that rush race at Winchester, it was just me and him, and I mean, it about killed us. It was just me and him. I mean, we felt like we were rushing every time we sat down, and to even like get a sip of water, it was like, well, now I got to hop back in and go back out.
yeah, we hate. I don't say we hate it, but you're always like looking at the schedule, and if there's something like during intermission, like a driver meet and greet or something like that, you're like, oh man, that means we're going to be longer till we can get everything loaded and go home. And then when you get to the track, it's like, thank the good Lord for that intermission we're having.
Yeah, that's right. That's for sure.
Man, Jordan, I can't keep up with your comments. I'm sorry, I'm trying to, but said congratulations at Winchester Speedway. Branson, congratulations at Winchester Speedway.
Thank you, Jordan.
So, but yeah. So, what do you think without getting in too deeply to any of your feelings or anything, what do you think what do you think some of your biggest struggles was coming up through the ranks? Was there any thing that you considered the hardest thing to get over or learn?
Just maintenance, really, and I wouldn't say a lot of the setup stuff, but shocks is a big thing too. I mean, there's just a lot that goes into a late model, period.
Yes.
But just taking something that that my dad knew back in 2000s, early 2000s, and trying to him learn and I learn the same, the new day technology. It's very struggling because we're both struggling. But yeah, I definitely say that, and then just me driving and not being too hard on myself and just trying to stay confident.
Say it's not easy.
It's definitely not easy.
It's not easy. I mean, it looks easy to some people, but I always say everybody needs to watch an in-car camera because they'll see how fast things really happen. Things happen fast, and it don't look like it does up in the stands. I know that. And so you trying to think of where I want to go. I don't want to go too far forward too quickly, but your grandfather passed away, and not that you didn't put 110% in it before, but just by the Facebook post and by your by following your results and stuff, it seemed like that, I don't want to say lit a fire underneath you, but it seemed like that you decided to put your nose to the grindstone, and not that you wasn't putting 110% in it before, but that gave you a reason to really try to overachieve. And then we've seen heat wins, and we've seen you running top threes, top fives, whatever. I mean, it seemed like that you really made it a point to honor him by trying your best.
Right. I really don't know, to be honest. I know last year, I got sick, and I was out for a while. I literally went from 300 pounds to 200 pounds within the matter of 3 months. I got really sick, and then that happened, and then Dickie's passing. I don't know how to really explain it. It really gets to me. But try not to like get emotional.
Yeah, I'm not trying to make you emotional. I just really respected.
Yeah,
the way you come on I guess your racing team page or whatever. I thought it was really, really admirable how you come on and said, that you was gonna, not that you wasn't trying hard, but you really come on and kind of told everybody that you was gonna try harder.
Yeah.
And I mean, and you probably had one of the best seasons that you had so far. Wouldn't you say?
I would definitely say this has probably been my best. I don't know, just him passing, it definitely took a toll on me, and I just wanted him to know that at the end of the day, I definitely love this sport, and I love him, and I wanted him to. I just wish he could be here to experience with me.
Yeah,
that's all.
Yeah, like I say, I'm not trying to bring up something that's gonna upset you. It's just I thought it was very admirable the way you conducted yourself, and I thought it was very great the way you decided to honor him, and you kind of upped your game, so to speak. And I think everybody's seen it too, So how did you get into putting Devin in the car?
So Devin's been helping me all year. That was kind of one of my things where I was struggling. I was kind of ready to give up, and Alan started driving for Lester, so we kind of had a connection, and I kind of just asked him for a little bit of help, and then next thing you know, we kind of took off with each other. We kind of clicked with each other, I'd say, and I'd been feeling something not right, like it wasn't. Like it just wasn't steering right or something, and I wanted Devin to feel it too. And we hadn't really got a practice day down at Winchester yet, so.
Did he feel it?
Oh yeah, he definitely felt it. I'd say he felt it at Hagerstown that Friday night, even though he finished second to Kyle. He definitely felt
come on there at the end, didn't he?
Oh yeah. We hit on something then too. That's the bad part. But we went home Saturday morning. We literally took the rear end out of the car, I'd say, and rebuilt it and reset it up and whatnot, and went down to Winchester and won. So
what's funny is that I was there that night, and I was standing on the roof of a trailer with a bunch of people, and nobody had a clue that you weren't in the car. we didn't look at the the thing or anything, and we're just like, man, Branson's freaking really doing good, man. Look at him. What the heck, And then we didn't find out till after the race that it wasn't you. But I mean, everybody's thinking that you was really doing a good job. But these cars are so technical that a lot of people, we've all been there. You have to swallow your pride, and you got to ask for help. I mean, I think it's almost impossible for someone to. I don't say impossible because people do it, but you know what I'm saying, Branson? Whenever you get into these late models, it is such a learning curve that you can try to do it all yourself, but you get to the point where you got to bow out and say, hey, I'm going to need, somebody that's been running these things longer than me to give me some shock assistance or give me some setup assistance, because you can spend months, if not years, riding around mid-pack, learning bad things, learning bad habits with a car that ain't doing what it's supposed to be doing. And with you being new to the late model game, you don't really know.
Yeah.
You think the car's supposed to feel that way, and
yeah, I think that was my biggest thing, was that's the way I was trying to do it. Me and Dad was just trying to do our own way. We were just going off stuff, like he used to do back in the day. And we tried, and there for a while, Bo and Trevor helped me a lot. I mean, they're kin, so they would help me a lot. And then it just got to a point where I don't know. It just felt like I still it was still on me. Like I wasn't doing good enough. So that's where the whole I felt like I was ready to give up thing came from. So
Yeah, but sometimes it ain't your fault though. Sometimes it's the car.
yeah,
And
for sure. And like that's why the whole Devin thing came about. We kind of just clicked together, and he was willing to help, and that's kind of all I felt like all I needed.
And now, at least when you get behind the wheel, you probably know a little bit better what the car is supposed to be doing. And, I mean, it ain't nothing new. We've seen people through years and years run cars for a year, 2 years with it not doing what it's supposed to be doing. And they don't, if you don't know, you don't know. I mean, you've never been in one. So, I mean.
Yeah, it's definitely a different feeling. Like, there's stuff I felt this year that, like, I would have never felt last year. You know what I mean?
Did the car feel like totally different after Devin ran it?
For sure. It's just crazy. Like we could change a couple things, and it's like a whole new race car. I don't know, but it's good changes, but it's just definitely his experience comes in, and it definitely helps at the end of the day.
I mean, a lot of people don't realize. I'm sure a lot of people listening to the show realize because a lot of them's racers, but a lot of people don't realize that you can take the best driver there is and put them in a race car, and if that race car ain't right, they're just gonna be riding around making laps. Like these cars now are so technical. The old cars, maybe leaf spring, maybe the old like street stock stuff like that. You can change your line, you can change your entry, you can hit the brakes differently to maybe, change the car to make it better. But everybody I talk to with these late models say it don't matter how big of a wheel man you are. If you go out in the feature and that car ain't there, you're just along for a ride. Anything you got to decide if you're going to stay the whole time or you're going to pull in early.
Right, yeah. That's how it is nowadays, especially when like we go to Hagerstown or something and air comes into play. That's where it really will break you down. But you're definitely right.
Have you felt the air?
Yeah, I've probably been mid-pack before and have just like felt too loose or too free, I'd say, and then like get out front, and then next thing you know, like now you're too tight, and you're like, man, what? Well, I didn't change anything, so what's the big deal? Like, what's the difference? You know what I mean?
I know the cars haven't changed much, but like for some reason this year has been the biggest year that I've heard people discuss air at the local tracks. I mean, like we're running the same bodies, same engines. I mean, nothing has really changed. They changed the tires a little bit. And I've talked to numerous drivers in the steel block class, the crate class, not too much supers because they're not around a whole bunch of Hagerstown. I just talk to people, but I know it's that way because of the Lucas Oil stuff.
Yeah.
But it's funny, nothing was changed, but everybody is mentioning air. Like you hear, like I've never been to a racetrack where somebody's racing behind somebody and they come in and say, man, the nose took off on me when I got behind them. It's like, well, nothing changed. Didn't the nose take off on you last year?
Right.
I mean, it's just like, it's amazing how the sport has evolved to this air deal. The Lucas Oil guys saying, well, I knew they was running this line, so I moved my car up to put dirty air on their nose. I mean, if your granddad would have told you, I don't know how old you are, but 15 years ago, that he didn't finish where he should have because air, would you have looked at him like, what are you talking about?
Probably. I mean, I'm definitely new to all the air talk too, so yeah, I probably looked at him like, man, you're crazy.
I mean, I know the car's changed in 15 years. I'm just saying it's amazing that has become such a big deal, especially just the local. Like you said, you come in from run the heat race at Hagerstown, and you're like, you felt somebody's air change your car.
Yeah, for sure.
Josh Williams wants to know what the rest of your schedule looks like this year.
Probably sitting on my couch eating potato chips.
Sitting on a beanbag chair eating Doritos.
That's right.
Benjamin Seals asked Branson Woodward his story on the red Buick.
Oh God.
Is that a radio friendly PG story?
Yeah. So Buffett, I call him Buffet Benny. We hang out sometimes, and
Buffet Benny.
Yeah, we were up at his house, and it was me, Chris Hutton, Blake, and one of my buddies, Aiden, and him, and we just got done eating pizza together, and we walked outside, and next thing I know, I hear Ben go, because he lives up in like the sticks, and he's like, "Oh, watch out, there's a fox." So I don't even know. I just took off running, and and it's dark out. It's pitch black, and all I know is I just wham ran right into his dad's Buick car. Now, this thing's it's an old Buick, so that thing's like a tank. I go flying. I just land on my side, and I'm out of breath. This thing done about knocked me out.
Now, Stanley Zirkle Jr. is saying Branson is an expert at eating.
I don't know. I'd say he's got me beat.
Now, you just lost a bunch of weight, so how can he say that?
That's right. Stanley, me and him, we eat lunch together every day. We kind of work together, so I'd say he still got me beat, though.
I don't know. Wait till you get older. There ain't much to do but eat. I love eating. And it's just, just wait till you get older. At least you got a lot of... Jordan Welsh is saying, tell Branson Woodward to give me some of my chili dogs. So you, where all did you race this year with your crate?
I'd say it was mainly Winchester this year, but we did venture out to Natural Bridge and Hagerstown a little bit, and I think we ended up at Potomac. So not a lot of different tracks, but we definitely raced a lot more than I raced the past couple years.
Do you, what do you think if you had to pick one moment of your racing career, what would it be?
I don't know. Hold on, I had to think about that one.
Now let me put this to you. Not every special moment is a win or I know people, me included, that sometimes some of the most memorable moments at the racetrack had to do with overcoming adversity. A night where you had everything go wrong and maybe you come through the pack and ran top 5 after starting 15th or something. So not every memorable moment is I led this 100 lapper and won $5,000,
Oh.
So just, everybody thinks that when you say what was your greatest moment in racing, everybody's going to say, oh, when I won this race, or I did this, or I did that. And it's it's not always about that. It's the look on. I'll just tell you one of mine. I won a heat race one night, and the look on my son's face when I pulled in the pits, I'll never forget that look. And ever since then, every time I've been behind a wheel race car, he's told me how stupid I am and how bad I drive. But that particular night, it was different, and I'll never forget that moment. And it wasn't a win. It wasn't nothing that nobody else could see. It was something that I seen.
Right.
And it's something that I felt, and you have moments like that.
Yeah, I'd probably say I got one. It was Winchester. It was I can't remember I think it was a crouch race, and I remember I barely made it. I started dead last, 24th or 25th or something, and I actually did end up with the hard charger. I passed every car to get to 9th. There was maybe 2 cautions the whole race, and just my granddad and my dad, and just really everybody around me. I didn't even know I got it, to be honest. So just seeing them hyped for me and pumped up for me it's always awesome.
Yeah. And sometimes them special awards, man. That's why I love races that have special awards. I don't think people realize how much it means to a racer to get hard charger, hard luck, any of them awards. Like whenever you have a big show and people donate money for the awards,
right?
Like, I mean, some of that really makes a real big difference in a lot of people's race teams, just to have that special money for that position, or like you said, hard charger. I mean, that probably really meant a lot to you, and a lot of people don't realize that, but we want to appreciate all the people that put these big shows on, memorable shows for their family members and stuff, because all them little awards mean a lot.
For sure.
We got Sarah Moreland, and she would like to know, she's making me hungry, about cookies and cream milkshakes.
Oh, God.
Hey, folks, we're not just a racing show. We're a show to get into these drivers' lives, and we're going to find out the nitty-gritty about them, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I usually bug her about, I don't know, there's 7 days in a week?
Yeah.
I usually bug her about 6 of them about getting a cookies and cream milkshake.
Is that is that your pre-race thing?
I would just say that's like my every night thing.
Really?
I don't know what it is. For the past 4 months, I've just been hooked on these cookies and cream milkshakes. Specifically the ones from, we just got a Wawa at Winchester. Specifically those
Really?
ones. Yeah. I don't know what it is. And Brad Umps, his ice cream stand.
Brad Umps has an ice cream stand.
Yep, it's Pax Cones and more. It's actually, I think his sister and them own it. But
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that one.
Yep, right there at his, you know where Umps Garage is?
I don't even know where his garage is.
Oh, it's over on 522, but it's right there at his garage.
I know he's one of my favorite people to talk to at the track when I see him.
He's one of my favorites too.
I always enjoy talking to him. Josh Williams says he wants to know what you think about Potomac.
Well, I wasn't there Friday night, so I can't vouch for that. But Saturday was...
Apparently Josh didn't have too good of a night, did he?
At least he finished. But Saturday night was fun, smooth, fast. I can't really complain about it, but definitely wish I could have finished instead of finishing in the pits. But
yeah, it kind of sucks to end the season that way, but I mean, that's just the way it goes sometimes. What do you think? What kind of car are you running now?
I actually got a 17 Masterbuilt. I don't know. It's old. It's an older car.
Hey, maybe you need to go talk to James Lick later.
It's an older car, but it. I mean, it for sure still gets going.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few guys, James and Scott Palmer, and I think Bubby Tharp was running one for a while, wasn't he?
Yeah.
A few guys get them things going. I didn't know that though. I thought, did you have a Barry Wright car?
Yeah, that was
ago?
my first crate car. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of hard not to go to the rocket deal like everybody's going to. But
yeah, we've been on the verge of it. I'd say that was actually Dickie's favorite cars were rockets, and then we got on a little bit. He got on a little bit of a Masterbuilt kick, so we ended up getting one.
They're definitely. I mean, there's guys that got them going good. I think Rocket gets a bad deal. I mean, like a lot of people don't go to Rocket because they think they're the greatest chassis ever built. A lot of people go to it just because of the people in the pits. If you break something, mostly anybody through the pits will have a Rocket part
right.
that you can borrow. There's a lot of people that can give you assistance with rockets and stuff. I mean, that's a lot of people. That's why they run rockets. It's not that they're saying that, this car is no good and this car is the best and all, but I mean, like, who was it years ago said they're all a bunch of tubes welded together.
Yep.
And it's the shocks and the springs, and
it's what you do to them that makes them matter.
And we got one of your competitors on here, Chase Hardy.
That's the man.
So, if you could change anything about these cars, would you change anything?
Probably the bodies.
Make them less aero?
Yep. Definitely make them square.
I
Sure.
I totally agree with you. The bad thing is the local racetracks are going to have to. The change is going to have to be with Lucas or Wood Outlaws, because you can't just have like Winchester Speedway say we're going to run Monte Carlo noses on the crate cars.
Yeah.
And then you can't go to Hagerstown, you can't go here, you can't go there because you got this Monte Carlo nose. But I totally agree with you. I understand that the sport has evolved. I just would love to see it a little bit more in the driver's hands. I know you're not as old as me, but if you ever get on YouTube and watch like the 85, 86, like Oktoberfest or Jig 100s or whatever they were, it's amazing the racing that was going on back. Them cars is flat. They ain't doing nothing, just like a slot car going around the track. But them guys was just, most time they would get out qualified by the traveling guy. But then whenever they went 50 laps or 100 laps, then here come Nathan Durbrow and Gary Stuhler and Rodney Franklin and all them was Denny Bonebrake, all them, the cream was rising to the top.
Right.
And it just seemed like racing was really great back then. Not that it ain't good now. It was a whole different era.
Yeah, it's just big track racing isn't very great right now. But definitely you go to like your bull ring tracks. That's where I like watching, at least, is like your bull ring stuff. But
You go to Path Valley?
I've been once, and I really liked it, but never been there to race.
Oh, you never raced a car there?
I've never raced a car there. I've wanted to, but
I can't imagine a late model.
I've never been able to talk Popeye into it. So
I ran a mini stock there, and I want to tell you something. I know the speed difference, but things was happening pretty fast. And
it's definitely pretty small.
Yeah, it was happening really fast because the tracks I went to before, I always if I heard a motor, I like to look down to see if I could see a nose before I get in the corner. Well, word of advice, if you hear a motor at Path Valley, don't look down. Just keep doing your deal because you ain't got time to look down. And I can't imagine the speed you guys are going in those late models. If there's any place you could race, where would you like to race? Eldora?
I don't know. I feel like that place is too big. I definitely would love to race East Bay. That would probably be, if it was still a track, but
yeah,
it definitely probably would have been East Bay.
You brought that up, and I know this ain't your racing career, but we're talking to you as a driver, so you sound like you feel the same way I do. Like, some of these racetracks that they have these big races at, I understand that a lot of facilities can't handle the amount of people and the amount of racers, trucks and transporters. But it sounds to me like you're kind of agreeing with me that some of these big races would be much better if they was on a different track.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, I know all the people that love Eldora, they're gonna give me hate now.
I love
Eldora. It's just like, if you see like a big race at a different track, sometimes it's a lot racier than some of these big races that is like where all the big money is and stuff. Sometimes those races aren't as good as some of the other ones.
Right.
It's just, but I don't know, like the tracks. A lot of the tracks can't handle the people and the car. I mean, there's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Did you ever go to Charlotte?
Yeah, I've been
World
to Charlotte.
Finals?
Yeah, I've been to Charlotte quite a few times.
I used to go down every year for that. That was always
keep trying
cool.
to talk my mom into letting me race down there, but
Come on, Mom. Oh, we're not. I'm not looking at her. I'm just yelling over to her. She said, "Don't look at her."
Get me a fuel and a tire sponsor.
There you go. There you go. She's looking for a fuel and a tire sponsor. So we're going to go to. We're going to announce on the show now. He could go to Charlotte this year.
Yeah. I'll do it next year, maybe.
Maybe that crate class is a. There's nothing against it in the rules, and you probably love it as a driver. But like, it just amazes me. Like, you guys race every week, and when I say you guys, I'm talking about the crate class. You guys race every week, and I'm not talking about local, so nobody hate me with the local drivers. Every time they put big money on the line, you have the. I'm just going to throw some names out off the top of my head, like the Cal Bronsons. I'm trying to think of some of the guys that have supers and put crates together for these big races. Does that frustrate you, or would you rather have it that way? Because
it makes it nicer if you beat them. But it definitely is like a. I don't know, you try not to let it get to you, for sure, but you always have it in the back of your head, you know what I mean? Like, well, damn, there he is, this is what he does for a living, so it's going to be hard to beat him, but it definitely makes it nicer when you can.
Yeah, you want to beat him, it's just, you feel sorry for, like, maybe the guy that runs second to one of them guys, that maybe he was a local guy, and you're thinking, man, he could have used.
He wasn't even there. You never know. He could have been $10,000 richer.
But I mean, there's no rule against it. They're not doing anything wrong. It's just, sometimes you race for pennies, and then when the big money's on the line, the guys with the big pocketbooks come in, and some people like it, some people don't like it. There's, like I say, they're not doing anything wrong. It's just, it's kind of frustrating, I guess, so to speak, whenever big money on the line.
It definitely is a little frustrating. But
remember they used to do that down like, what was it? Was it Virginia Motor Speedway? Used to have a big crate race down there, and like a lot of the super guys would roll in. And speaking of that, what do you think about the West Virginia Motor Speedway?
I haven't really got a chance to really look at it, or seen any. I've seen like a couple glimpses of it, but
it's like a 3/8 now, I think.
Yeah, it definitely looks good in my opinion. Looks like a place maybe in the near future we could probably go down to.
And this weekend is going to be the short track debut, 5,000 to win late models, 1,200 to win modifieds, pro late models. I'm guessing that's crate late models is what a pro late model is. 1,000, and then sport mods is probably like a 602 modified or something probably. That's 700 to win. And that's the newly opening West Virginia Motor Speedway. It was what was it? It was bigger than a half mile.
Yeah,
it was big.
I mean, it was huge.
Yeah, and now I think it's a 3/8 now.
Yeah.
And so pretty excited to see that open up. We can always have new tracks around. Like we said, we got the Bull Ring Nationals coming up at Path Valley on the 24th. I think Path Valley actually has 2 races left for limited late models this weekend, and I think the 24th, or the Saturday of that weekend, if that's the 24th, I don't know. I don't have a calendar in front of me. I think they're running limiteds on both them races. Is there many tracks running crates still?
I don't think so, unless
Natural Bridges run this weekend, but
they have a limited show this weekend.
I don't think they have crates on the schedule, do they?
No, it's a
Tommy Bear Memorial, $8,800 to win. Limited late models, 602 late models is what they have. And a vintage feature on Friday night, and then Saturday they got limited late models. The feature for the limited late models, the feature for 602 late models, and Virginia Sprints and Pure Stocks. So that's a pretty big event. Imagine $8,800 to win. Wow.
Be a good payday for somebody.
Would you like to go to a place like Cumberland? Oh no, it ain't Cumberland anymore. It's Thundering Rock Raceway, but
I don't know if I'd want to race there. I mean, I've been, and it's nice, but I don't know.
It's
if
a
I
little
wanna-
different.
Yeah, it's a little different.
now Sarah Moreland's saying Charlotte 2026.
That's up to your mother-in-law. Or,
Mother-in-law. Put her on the spot, huh?
yeah.
And I told
She
him,
says, as long as you got a tire and fuel sponsor.
yes, indeed.
What'd you think of Pittsburgh? They say that place there you don't even lift.
No, you don't. I don't know. I was gonna go, but I had work and stuff, so couldn't really get off for it. But yeah, that's definitely a tricky place. Seems like.
I mean, it's great and all. I'm not bashing in any way. It's just I know people love that. I'm more me myself, me particular. I kind of cater to more of the. I love watching the hammer down tracks, but like to race, I would rather race something be more like I don't want to say technical, but where you have to get off the gas and
Right.
set the car and all. I mean, when they was saying about them crate guys just holding it wide open the whole way, the whole time, I'm like, holy cow, you know. And they said, one guy told me the first time they went there, they had the motor run hot because they wasn't used to running them wide open the whole way around.
Yeah, that's for sure. They definitely don't lift up there.
Sarah Moreland says she goes see what Smorland Speed Secrets come up with.
Yeah.
We're not done with the show by any means, but I want to give you an opportunity before we get into other things to thank anybody you want to thank. Thank your sponsors. This is your time. You can, use it however you feel needed.
Yeah, I want to go ahead and thank my grandma and thank my granddad. Without them, obviously, I wouldn't be into racing or racing, period. I want to thank my mom and dad, my girlfriend. I want to go ahead and thank Devin for helping me all year and being a pick-me-up. And as far as sponsors go, I want to go ahead and thank Valley Repair, Cody and Vance Williams, Martin's Pump and Service, Larry and Lisa Royston, Race Wraps, Jeremy, I have brain fart. Taylor Automotive, Ingram Race Engines, Penske by JDS, Smorland Speed Secrets, J Does Media, my buddy Jason, JDR Motorsports Fabrication, Jonathan, ARC, Roy, TNR Processing, Andrew Thurston, Team Parker Motorsports. He's a new sponsor. He came on this year. He's a great guy. Trying to think. Oh, Wildcat Taxidermy. Thank you.
Walk around the car.
Yeah. I almost like I need a picture, but Umps Garage, Brad Umps. He helps me every once in a while. Bo and Trevor, they help me a lot. And I can't forget myself. Twisted Designs, do all my wraps and stuff myself. So yeah.
How's your parents take it when you're on the track? Is your mom? I know you're in the car, so it's hard for you to see. But have you ever seen her videos or anything?
Yeah, I watch her videos usually like 10 times a day. But she, I think she takes it a lot better than what she used to. But my dad, he's just
laid back.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about laid back, but he just doesn't care about the racing part.
It's hard. I'm telling you, it's hard. It's just, it's. My wife takes it very well. I have a rough time doing. I mean, it's very strange. Like I always say, you're not really like thinking you're going to get hurt. It's just like because got pretty safe cars, pretty safe equipment now, better equipment than like people's had for years. It's just, I don't know, it's like a nervous energy that there's nothing like you can do, like you're helpless or whatever.
Right.
So I just wondered how, you know.
Yeah, as far as I know, they take it pretty good. They've both been around racing their whole life too, so they know the ins and outs of it. So
It's still not easy though. Still not easy.
And just make sure you got the best equipment, the most updated equipment.
Mom's saying good equipment and make sure it's updated equipment. And you're right. I mean, I just laugh. You know, years ago we had them foam neck braces with the Velcro and the regular racing seats, and I mean, like that's what everybody ran. Like everybody thought they was
that was
safe.
high tech, yeah.
Everybody thought they was safe, you know.
Yeah, now you got $2,500 seats and $600 Hans devices and
I think they've come a long way too, because the biggest complaint used to be they couldn't see. You can't see much in the cars anyway, but you still want to turn your head. And now I've talked to guys, and like they're saying that some of these new head and neck restraints have more movement in them now. They don't feel so like they can't look around.
Right.
You know, so I think just like anything else, things have come
Definitely
a long way as far as safety equipment goes. Jordan Welsh says he wants a milkshake. But yeah, I'm trying to think of anything I want to ask you, but what was your best race this year? I know you had that one where you got that big check. Heat race.
Yeah, I'd say definitely the rush race. Just the caliber of competition you're racing against, and able to go third or fourth quick overall, and then win a heat race, of course, and then of course, bad. I don't have any luck, so I draw 8 for the redraw, and had to start 8th, but still finished 7th, and that kind of race is pretty good in my opinion.
I'm telling you, don't look down on yourself. I'm telling you, I have friends that run the crate class, and I have one that's just learning, and it's a tough class. I mean, you got these guys that come in, and I mean they're fast. I mean, it's not, and I'm sure you know as well as I do that keeping your morale up is a big part.
Definitely.
Like if you get down on yourself, that's not really a good thing as a driver.
No.
I'm not saying you want to walk around being cocky, but I mean having confidence in your equipment and all. Half these guys that win all the time, they're not being arrogant or cocky. They have confidence when they show up at the track. And that gives them, like, that's already 70% of what they need. You know what I mean? Like, and it just, you see it all the time when a driver gets on a roll. David Kaiser this year, probably like him. When a driver gets on a roll, it's like they keep winning. Like their confidence in their confidence in their race car and their ability is so good that there's hardly any negative thoughts there.
Right. Yeah, that's for sure. Confidence is a big part in it. It definitely helps you out. It makes you not overthink everything, and you're more focused on your race car being right and make sure it's good to go for the next week and so on.
And you moved up rather quickly.
Yeah, I didn't get more than 2 years of class, so.
And that's probably was really hard because a lot of people wait till they dominate a division, which could be 5 years, 10 years. I mean, depend on how long it takes them to get to the top. They wait till they dominate a division, then they say, oh, I dominated the street stocks. I'm going to go to the crate cars. And you kind of like you put yourself through so many different race cars, so many different aspects of racing, as far as like the U cars are totally different than the street stocks, and then the late models, you know, they jump up on the bars, and a street stock don't do that. And a street stock's 3,300 pounds or whatever. So I mean, you went through all them pretty quick, and you advanced and went straight to the crates, which a lot of people say that's the best. Like, you'll see a lot of people say, don't run street stocks, don't run U cars, don't run whatever, you know, Enduras, whatever, to go straight to the division that you think this is like the top division.
Yeah.
But not everybody can do that.
Yeah, there's also that other aspect of just the money aspect, which nothing's cheap anymore by any means, but so that was kind of the whole reason why we moved up so quick, was just, why pay this X amount of money for a U car when I can run street stocks, and then why pay $28,000 for this pure stock when I can pay $28,000 and race a late model.
You're exactly right. I mean, the sport has evolved so much that there's no, except for like the Crown Vics now, there's no beginner class.
Right.
Like, everything is high tech, high dollar to compete, and you're looking at the same amount of money or more. Like you said, you ever think you'd see $30,000 street stocks and, you know, $15,000 U cars? I'm not saying they're not worth it. I'm just saying that's the money that people paid to have the best equipment put in them, and, you know, everything built with the best stuff.
Yeah, that's normal nowadays.
So you all still got all the cars, or?
He actually ended up selling, before he passed away, he ended up selling both of them because he wanted to downsize just to one. So we only got one car now. So
Really?
Yeah.
That probably helps you, though, not having to worry about all the rest of them and everything.
Yeah.
Do you see it going any different direction next couple of years? Or do you think you're going to stay? Your track record shows that you're going to jump divisions.
Yeah. Well, we actually came back a division, if we're speaking, but he did build a limited motor, and I tried some limited stuff. And
that's right, he did have one. I forgot about that.
He did have one for a little bit. We ran it for a year or two, and I don't know, I thought the crate class was more economical. So, you know, tires were a little bit better. They lasted a little longer, in my opinion. Motors are, I'm not going to say cheaper, but they're a little bit more durable in a sense. You can run them a little longer, and it's less maintenance in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So
no oiling system, stuff like that.
Yep.
Are you familiar? Do you have an opinion? Are you familiar with the 525s?
I know a lot of people hate them, but if you're just a guy like me, or like Schmo Joe down the street, and you're looking to get into super racing, and, you know, supers don't race very much around here, maybe 5-6 times at Winchester and Hagerstown, really.
Yeah.
Your 525 is your best bet.
No oiling system or nothing.
Yeah, that's just your best bet.
So the guys say the only downfall is they had to put metric wrenches in their race car trailer. Yeah, I don't hate them. I think they're pretty cool. I'm still trying to learn more about them.
Right.
I just wonder, like, what other people's opinion are. They look like they would be an economical way to get an engine in your car and be able to run multiple classes with it. I would like to see a lot of the other tracks maybe pick them up or change the rules or something so that you can run. Yeah, that's the problem with our, like, your crate car, you're not really that bad, but like all the other classes, like, you can't really go anywhere. I mean, you can, but like even with the steel block cars, I mean, if you go down south, you know, some of them down south have a little bit different cylinder heads, a little bit different You go up north, you got different camshafts. It's hard to just like jump in your truck and say, oh, hey, we're going to go 5-hour drive and run this big race at this racetrack, because the street stocks you can't do it. They're running skinny tires and different motors and
different
stuff like
suspension
that.
packages.
Yeah.
I think there was like a series or something that ran up at Lernerville, and I mean they're steel block motors, but they're pretty much super motors, and it's kind of hard for a guy like anybody from Hagerstown that has a steel block motor to even go up there and try and compete with them unless they have a 525. So it definitely makes it hard when nobody like has the same rules and this is any class, in my opinion, but it just makes it hard because if you're like me, you like to race and you like to go here, there, and race anywhere you can.
What's your favorite track?
I'd probably say Natural Bridge.
Natural Bridge.
Yep.
Let me see here. I don't know if I still got it here or not. I was going to hit you with the 10 questions. Now, I know you changed numbers a couple times, but where did you get your number from?
The 3. Oh, snap. The 3 came from our granddad. That's just his number. And then the 23 actually came from my brother, who passed away as well. His birth date was 23, so I went with that, and it had 3 in it. Kind of just made sense.
Okay, that's pretty cool story there. Pretty reasonable. Most embarrassing moment in racing? Do you have one?
Not off the top of my head, I don't know.
Okay, we'll go with tacky and fast or dry and technical.
Definitely dry and technical.
You already answered question number 5, which is bull ring or big track. You said you like bull rings. Favorite food? Milkshakes.
Well, it's either that or some cheese dogs. I like cheese dogs.
Ford, Chevy, Dodge, or other?
Chevy.
Chevy, there we go. Racing hero?
A couple of them Jonathan probably wishes I said it was him, but I don't know. Probably like somebody like Gary Stoller.
And do you have a nickname?
B-Dub. B-Dub.
B-Dub?
Yeah.
And your favorite radio station to be on? Don't answer that.
Of course it would have to be WRGG.
Yeah, there you go. Look, you even got the call letters down. Well, just here quickly here, Branson, if you want to hang tight here, we're going to go over a quick schedule here. Potomac is off this week. November the 1st, I think, is their next race, which is Darrell Hills Memorial. As far as I know, Winchester's done for the season. Hagerstown is off this week, and October 17th, they're going to have the Oktoberfest 150. Path is limited late models, the TA Ward 270s, the 600s, the 4-cylinders, 4-cylinder Thunders, and TB's Body Shop is putting $500 up to the 4-cylinder Thunder cars. The Modifieds, and its final points race for the limited late models and the Modifieds. BAPS is Thursday night. They're having practice night for the Fall Nationals. And then Friday, Extreme Stocks 305 Sprints, East Coast Legends and Classic Cars. And then Saturday, they're having a 50-lap Extreme Stocks, Super Sportsman's, Late Models East Coast Legends, 602 Mods, and Classic Cars. And the Crowning of Champions and Trick or Treat on the front stretch. Lincoln is Keystone Showdown, Outlaws versus Posse 410 Sprints, and the Flying Iron Limited Stocks. Selinsgrove is having the Kramer Cup, 7,300 to win for 410 sprints, 3,073 for URC 358 360 sprints, and wingless super sportsmen's. I think Roaring Knob and Dog Hollow are done for the year. Bedford is off until the 18th. We're having a late model show. As we spoke about, Natural Bridges having the Tommy Bear Memorial. Thundering Rock Raceway is having a Crown Vic special. UMP Mods 4-cylinders and pure stocks. And as we said earlier, West Virginia Motor Speedway's having their grand reopening with a short track debut. 5,000 to win late models, 1,200 modifieds, 1,000 for pro crate late models, and sport mods is 700. Did we talk about everything you wanted to talk about, Branson? You need any more time to name any more sponsors or anything else you want to say?
I don't think so. I think I got everybody. I appreciate you for having me on. It's definitely a lot of fun. Definitely had a good time.
Well, at least you had the courage. A lot of people don't want to come on. They're scared. I was like that. I was like, man, I ain't gonna talk on the radio.
Nah, I like to talk sometimes. I guess it's just a me getting older thing. I don't know.
And Braden Carter saying, my good buddy B-Dub.
Yeah.
Hey, Braden, how you doing?
My good buddy Eugene.
Eugene.
Yep.
Another crate racer.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. Hopefully, Branson got to talk about everything he wanted to talk about. We didn't skip anything, and we appreciate him and his mother driving all this way up here to be on the show. And because I mean, they could be doing anything else right now than promoting racing, so we appreciate him for that. Beautiful weather out there, everyone. We got some races this weekend still coming up. We got a few big races coming up. Not every track is closed. Just have a great week, and thank to Branson, and good luck to him and his team next year. Let's see, Mark. Sarah Moreland saying, my old man. See, you are old. Hey, Mark Huffman. Yeah, Mark Huffman saying, a few weeks from now starts basketball season. Yeah, I haven't heard much about it, Mark. I haven't heard much about basketball. But I know right now, currently, I'm doing a lot with my mom right now with her doctor's visits and stuff. So I'm on a week-to-week basis, everyone. I really appreciate y'all hanging in with when I have to cancel the show. But that's the way life is. So we're trying to have the show every Tuesday night at 6 that we can. Appreciate WRGG 93.7 for letting us have the studio to talk about dirt racing, and thanks to TA Ward Construction, and hope to see everybody next Tuesday.
20 miles per hour. Showers linger into Wednesday morning, then sunny, breezy, and less humid. Around 71. Northwest winds 15 to 25. Clear skies, chilly Wednesday night, falling to 42. Sunny skies, cooler and less humid for Thursday. Highs in the lower 60s. For WRGG.